Colombia has beaches, jungles, and cities higher than Denver, and somehow people still show up dressed for exactly none of those. I've seen people land in Bogota wearing flip-flops and gym shorts, and I've watched them slowly realize something is very wrong. Today, I'm going to show you what to pack for Colombia by region, altitude, and culture, so you don't look like a tourist, and more importantly, so you don't stand out in ways you didn't intend. If you're coming to Colombia, here's the part nobody explains very well. This is an altitude country, and it's also a country where people actually pay attention to how they dress. This isn't about fashion, it's about comfort, blending in, and not broadcasting, "I just arrived," to everyone around you. I live here, and I've watched visitors make every packing mistake imaginable. Too hot, too cold, dressed for the wrong city, or dressed in a way that quietly screams foreigner. You don't have to change who you are, but if you want to blend in, feel comfortable, and move through Colombia with less friction, this helps. I'm going to break this down by 3 regions: coastal cities, mid-altitude cities like Medellin, and high-altitude cities like Bogota. And then I'll split it into what to pack for men and what to pack for women, because culturally, that matters here. This isn't fear-based, it's awareness-based. And once you understand it, packing for Colombia actually gets really simple.
Hey everyone, quick update. If you were at our October dinner, you already know the vibe. Good people, good conversations, zero weirdness. We're officially turning this into a monthly thing under the name Bogota Nomads. Our next meetup is Friday, January 30th at 6 p.m. This will be a casual group dinner in the Usaquén area. Nothing formal, just a solid place to meet people who live here, are passing through, or are thinking longer term. Then at 8 p.m., for anyone who wants to stick around, we'll transition into an entrepreneur cocktail meetup at the same restaurant. That part is optional, but if you're interested in making money online or internationally, investing in ideas, startups, real estate, retirement money, or just how people are structuring their lives abroad, that's where those conversations tend to happen naturally. There's no real agenda other than everyone sharing. For safety reasons, I won't post the exact location publicly. The restaurant details will be shared only by email to people who RSVP. Is no cost to this other than buying your own food and drinks. If you want to join us on the 30th or future monthly meetups, make sure you're on the Bogota Nomads email list. And there'll be a link in the description for that, as well as a link in the description for the RSVP. I hope to see you there.
Here's the first thing almost everyone gets wrong about Colombia. This is not a seasons country, it's an altitude country. What that means is simple. Once you choose your altitude, you've basically chosen your temperature for the entire year. There's no real summer or winter here. No wait until it warms up. The weather you experience in a city is pretty much the weather you'll experience every day of the year. So instead of thinking in terms of months or seasons, you need to think in terms of elevation. Sea level, it's hot. Mid-altitude, spring-like almost every day. High altitude, cool, sometimes chilly, year-round. If you love the temperature in Medellin when you visit, congratulations. That's basically Medellin all year. If Bogota feels cool and cloudy when you land, also not temporary. That's Bogota. And if Cartagena feels like a sauna, spoiler alert, it always does. This is why people overpack for Colombia. They bring clothes for seasons that don't exist and forget the one variable that actually matters. Once you understand altitude, packing gets way easier because now you're packing for a place, not a time of year. So with that in mind, I'm going to break this down by 3 altitude zones: coastal cities at sea level, mid-altitude cities like Medellin, and high-altitude cities like Bogota, and exactly what to pack for each. Let's start at sea level. The coast: Cartagena, Santa Marta, Barranquilla, San Andres. This is hot, not summer day hot. This is you're sweating while standing, still hot. So yes, this is the most relaxed region clothing-wise, but there are still some cultural rules. Think lightweight, breathable, and intentional. Linen or light cotton tops, neutral colors, white, beige, gray, black, breathable sneakers or casual sandals. Sunglasses that don't look expensive. You want to look comfortable, not like you've just escaped a cruise ship. Men actually get more flexible on the coast, but not unlimited freedom. What works? Shorts. Finally, yes. Linen or fitted short sleeve shirts, casual loafers, espadrillas or clean sneakers, sandals or flip-flops near the beach. What doesn't? Tank tops in the city, shirtless walking outside beach areas, gym shorts everywhere, massive hiking backpacks. Flip-flops are fine here, but even on the coast, once you're in the city center, locals still dress with intention. For women, this is where cultural differences become really obvious. Colombian women tend to dress confidently, fitted clothes, curves embraced, and on the coast, showing skin is completely normal. And it doesn't matter if a woman has some extra pounds, most will still dress this way. What works? Crop tops, midriff tops, fitted dresses, shorts or skirts, sandals or flats, light makeup, polished hair, cleavage, midriff, all normal here. It's not provocative, it's just the weather. What feels off? Oversized hoodies, full athleisure outfits outside the gym, pajama energy, excessive jewelry. It's not about how much skin you show, it's about looking put together, not accidental. Relaxed doesn't mean careless. For everyone, avoid flashy jewelry. Avoid visible luxury bags. Don't walk with your phone glued to your hand. Crossbody bags worn in front work great. Looking modest is safer than looking wealthy, and confidence blends in better than caution. So yes, the coast is hot, relaxed, and flexible, but even here, how you dress matters. Now let's talk about mid-altitude cities, places like Medellin, Cali, Popayan, Armenia, and Pereira. This is where most visitors get it wrong because the weather feels comfortable, so they dress too casual. These cities are warm during the day, cooler at night, and basically spring-like all year. But culturally, people still dress with intention. The goal here is casual, but put together. Slim jeans or chinos, clean sneakers or casual leather shoes, natural colors, black, gray, navy, beige, a light jacket or overshirt. You don't need to dress fancy, you just need to look like you thought about it for 30 seconds. For men, this is where guys accidentally out themselves as tourists. What works? Fitted t-shirts or polos, button-downs with sleeves rolled, slim jeans or chinos, clean sneakers or leather shoes, light jacket or overshirt. What doesn't? Flip-flops, basketball shorts, gym wear outside the gym, cargo shorts, hiking boots unless you're actually hiking. If your outfit says, I'm running errands in Florida, Medellin is silently judging. Women's fashion here is confident, fitted, and intentional. And yes, showing curves is still normal. What works? Crop tops or fitted tops, high-waisted jeans or fitted pants, dresses that show shape, clean sneakers, flats, or low heels, light jacket for evenings. You'll see midriff tops, fitted silhouettes, and feminine styles everywhere, but always balanced and styled. What feels off? Oversized hoodies in warm weather, full athleisure outfits, sloppy or just woke up looks, excessive jewelry. It's not about showing skin, it's about looking intentional, not accidental. Mid-altitude cities are very walkable, and that means how you carry yourself matters. So mid-altitude cities are relaxed, but still stylish. Now let's go higher, where the temperature drops, the layers come out, and the fashion gets a little more serious. Let's talk about high-altitude cities like Bogotá, Tunja, Pasto, and Manizales. Bogotá sits at about 8,600 feet, higher than Denver, and the vibe shifts immediately. It's cooler, cloudier, and people dress more layered and intentional. If Medellin is relaxed stylish, Bogotá is quietly put together. The key word here is layers. Light insulated jacket or structured coat, long sleeve tops, dark jeans or fitted pants, clean sneakers or boots. Natural colors, black, gray, navy, olive. Bogotá isn't freezing, but it's never beach weather either. For men in Bogotá tend to dress cleaner and a little more European. What works? Long sleeve shirts or light sweaters, jackets or overshirts, dark jeans or chinos, boots or very clean sneakers, minimal accessories. What doesn't? Shorts, and that is worth repeating. Shorts, do not bring them to Bogotá. Flip-flops, absolutely not. Gym wear as daily clothing, loud collars or flashy logos. If you wear shorts in Bogotá, people assume one of three things: you're lost, foreign, or deeply committed to poor life choices. Women still dress confidently in Bogotá, but the cold changes how that shows up. What works? Fitted tops with jackets, jeans or fitted pants, dresses paired with tights or boots, scarves, very common, boots, flats, or clean sneakers. You'll see less midriff here, not because of culture, but because of temperature. What feels off? Summer outfits year-round, very thin clothing without layers, beach sandals, excessive jewelry. It's still fitted, still stylish, just warmer and more layered. Bogotá is a big city, and big cities reward subtlety. So the higher you go in Colombia, the cooler it gets, and the more layered and intentional the clothing becomes. Same country, completely different packing strategy. Now that you understand how packing changes by altitude and region, let's talk about the rules that apply everywhere in Colombia, regardless of city, because a few small choices can make a big difference. Rule number 1. Look modest, not wealthy. In Colombia, looking modest is safer than looking rich. Avoid flashy watches, visible jewelry, designer logos, luxury handbags, anything that looks expensive on purpose. You don't need to look poor, just don't look like a walking inventory list. Rule number 2, your phone is not a fidget toy. This is one of the biggest giveaways. Avoid walking with your phone in your hand, standing on corners texting, using your phone absent-mindedly in crowds. If you need to take it out, do what you need to do and then put it away. Step inside a store or against a wall if needed. Phones disappear faster when they look unattended. Rule number 3, how you carry your bag matters for everyone. Crossbody bags worn in front, backpacks zipped, worn high, not slouched, minimal pockets stuffed with valuables. This isn't paranoia, it's just normal city behavior here. Rule number 4, walk like you belong here, even if you don't. Confidence is a security system. Walk with purpose. Don't stop randomly in the street. If you're lost, step inside somewhere and reorientate. Confusion draws attention. Confidence blends in. Rule number 5, neutral colors blend best. Colombia isn't a loud color country day to day. Stick with black, gray, navy, beige, earth tones. Avoid loud patterns, neon colors, statement outfits that scream, "Look at me." You can still look good, just don't look like you're auditioning. Rule number 6, pack less than you think. Colombia rewards minimalism. Avoid too many outfits, just in case clothes, big rolling luggage for short stays. The lighter you travel, the easier everything gets. Colombia isn't dangerous, it's observant. People notice who belongs, who's visiting, and who looks distracted. Dressing appropriately isn't about hiding, it's about moving through the country with less friction. So once you understand altitude, region, and a few cultural norms, packing for Colombia actually becomes really simple. You're not packing for seasons, you're packing for place. I'm curious, what did you pack that you never wore? And if you've already been here, what's one thing you wish someone had told you before your trip? Especially women. Did this match what you experienced here? If this helped you, hit the like and subscribe buttons and share it with someone who's packing way too much right now. I post practical real-world content about living abroad, travel, and navigating places like Colombia without the fluff. And if you want to go deeper into this lifestyle beyond just packing tips, I run a few newsletters and communities that might be useful to you. The Passport, my newsletter and digital magazine covering living abroad, travel, and global strategy. Brokor, focused on international real estate and business opportunities. Bogota Nomads, where we meet in person for dinners and community events. And World Foundry, an entrepreneur and investor group that meets for cocktails after our Bogota Nomads dinners. All the links are below. Thanks for watching Unpack Smarter. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.